Lito Adiwang. Welcome to the MMA Superfan. First off, Happy New Year. How did you spend the New Year's and
Happy,
Christmas?
Happy New Year, Happy New Year. So yeah, I spent my Christmas and New Year, of course, with yung mga naiwan dito na brother ko. Kasi some of my brother flew out from bumalik na sila sa trabaho nila. So, yep, that's it. I spend it, my time, my New Year and Christmas with my family here.
Okay. There. We were scheduled to fight this January in Bangkok, but you pulled out because of a knee injury. How's the knee right now? You mentioned that there was pain, so you had to pull out of the fight.
So, yep, still still on recovery hindi natin.
So, is there still pain, or has the pain subsided at all?
Now, may sasabihin, last time is around 90% yung pain if I'll push it on training. Now, at least nasa 60%.
There's, after you announced that you had to pull out, how did you and Coach Mark approach the situation? How did you and Coach Mark approach the injury?
We sat down and talked about it na as I really wanted to push through this fight, but yeah, we try to look at the big picture and compose ourselves that this is just not just a one fight that we're chasing. We need to make sure that even if I'll win or lose in this fight, we need to make sure that I will fight again the next tournament. So yan, blessing. I think it's a good nag-pull out kami just to make sure that I'll enter the circle fit and ready talaga.
Okay, yeah. You better make sure that you're fully healthy. Yeah, can you tell me how frustrated you were when you found out that you had to pull out from the fight due to the injury?
I cannot explain it, but I'm very, very frustrated because the feeling that not just 100% pumped up to fight back, but I'm on the 1,000% ready to get back there and yeah, bang. But things happen, so yeah, sometimes need to just hold back and accept these things.
This last December, one of your brothers, Joshua, unfortunately lost the strawweight title to Jared Brooks. What was your reaction to the loss after that fight?
First was I feel sad, and of course there's a pain there that's our only belt. Then they took it, so it's a little bit, it's painful for us as a team. Yeah, we need to accept and move forward. Next move is we need to get a belt.
In your opinion, what should have Joshua done in that fight to get the win over Jared? Especially you fought Jared before.
Yeah, looking back, I think Joshua could have done more. He supposed to be, he needed to be more active, more aggressive, try to chase Jared, try to finish Jared because Jared is outscoring him in the grappling department. Jared is trying to Jared get a better time in control in the ground. So I think Joshua must have done more on the striking department when they're up, not just defending there, but defend and attack. But yeah, I know that when the rematch come, we'll work on that. Then we'll definitely get that belt back.
Yeah. Speaking of getting the belt back, how is the team in general? How will you guys bounce back and capture another or two world titles more?
For now, we try to learn from our mistake and check what's missing, the things that we haven't done in training, or we must add more. So once, especially now that the level of competition now is very high, and just a split seconds of mistake is just a simple mistake can cause the loss. So those are the things now that we need to sharpen and improve.
Yeah.
Especially, I want to add this up. Especially, we're checking on our critics, and I believe that uh, some of our critics are true also. Really we lack some ground games, and now we're not being bitter about those comments, but we're trying to work on it to improve our ground game also.
There. Let's move on to one's return this January in Bangkok, January 13, one fight night 6 on Prime
Yep.
Video. One of the fights that fans will look forward to is Rodtang versus Jidu. Um, how do you see that fight playing out?
I think no respect to all respect to Rodtang's opponent, but I see this fight one-sided. Rodtang demolishing his opponent again.
Yeah, Rodtang has fought in Muay Thai most of the time, but this will be his first fight in kickboxing since
Yeah.
2021. How will he adjust to the new?
Yeah. There's a I visualize this fight going in a decision, not actually a finish. It is going to be a decision because uh, especially some of Rodang's attack or finishes comes from the pressure, Muay Thai pressure, not a kickboxing style. In this fight, they're fighting on a kickboxing match, so I visualize this fight going in a decision, but um uh, all I think Rodtang will just take all the rounds here. For 3 rounds, all Rodtang.
Yeah, so another fight that fans will surely talk about is Stamp Vertex versus Anissa Mexen. Do you think who has the more to lose in this fight?
Stamp for me.
Oh,
I because number one is she's more famous. She became champion in two different sports division before, so the pressure is on the Stamp. So Anisha, I believe that Anisha will be very did her best to prepare for this fight, but looking at the camp and looking at the strategy of Fairtex, they really prepare well uh, in every match of Stamp Fairtex. So I believe that they have a very good game plan, and they're fighting in a mixed rules. So I really believe that they have a very good game plan here. And when it goes to the MMA department, I think Stamp will definitely just finish Anisha. Yep.
yeah. You said that Stamp will finish Anissa in the MMA rounds, but in the striking rounds, Anissa is a very good, one of the best strikers of her generation. So, what would be the difference maker in this fight?
The difference here is about I give an edge to Stamp because she tasted MMA match and a Muay Thai match and a kickboxing match. So that's her edge on how she can play the game. So if in the striking department, I don't think that she will definitely going to play safe, then well, yeah, try to she will finish Anisha in the MMA once they change to MMA. But in the striking, I cannot, I don't really see Stamp going for all out. She'll be uh, coming out here technical, but not that aggressive. She want to prolong the striking match, so at least they'll end up on the MMA time, so she'll finish Anisha there.
But do you think Anissa can win in the Muay Thai rounds?
Anisha got a big chance winning also here in by just by knockout. That's it.
Okay, okay. Um, okay, who's winning? Either MMA or Muay Thai round? Muay Thai round. Who's gonna take the win?
I give a really an edge to Stamp. Stamp.
Okay, okay. Another fight, of course, the main event, Superbon versus Chingiz Alazov. The main event has been postponed a couple of times now. So, for you as a fighter and as a fight fan, how excited are you for the fight?
Super and super eager, super excited to finally watch this fight. Because both of them are very superior fighters. They're very good fighters, so I'm very excited for this match. But I'm a fan of Super Bond, so and yeah, technically, I think she got an edge on the way he controls the fight, he dictates the fight. So I give an edge to Super Bond.
Mhm. Yeah, so speaking of Superbon has been training with Nong O Gayang Hadaw. So how will that help him against Chingiz?
Yeah, one good point. Yeah, Nong O went back to Thailand, trained there with Super Bond. So that's a very big help for Super Bond that two best fighters in their era are training with each other, helping each other. So it's a very big edge for Super Bond.
Lito, we know that you're one of the best strikers in MMA. How do you see Superbon or Chingiz imposing their game plan for this fight?
Uh, okay, this is my honest opinion here is if Superbon will got Superbon got knockout power, but uh, his opponent is more dangerous when it comes to that power department. That is also a knockout artist, and Superbon must not must play very safe here because it's a high level competition already. So I'll give an edge to Superbon, 70% to Superbon, controlling this match, outstriking, and yeah, giving his power shots. And I give that 30% to his opponent via knockout. That's the only way he can win this fight.
Hmm. What round? What round will Ken Chingiz get the knockout?
I believe a surprise first round
Hmm.
because that's in Thai tradition, that's their one of their weakness actually for me. Training there and seeing how they does Muay Thai, that's their warm up round. And if Superbond will do that in that fight and make that mistake. That's the only time I can see that his opponent will knock him out. Second round to the fifth, I don't see the knockout coming.
So Chinggis can get the first round knockout. How about Superbone? How will he win this fight?
Outclass, total domination on yeah, points decision.
Okay. Yeah. Another fight, the co-main event. Super Leg versus Daniel Puertas for the Muay Thai title. Flyweight Muay kickboxing flyweight Muay title. Sorry. How do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, well, this is one of the fights that I'm eager to watch also because I've watched and yeah, I've checked Super Lex fight and this guy's dangerous guy, smart guy also. So I'm not actually sorry, but I'm not actually familiar with his opponent. But I know that why won't they will they give Super Leg an easy fight? So but this fight I'm really giving an edge to Super Leg this time.
Um, Apart from the Bangkok event, of course, one championship announced that its debut in on US soil. One fight night 10. The main event was announced: DJ versus Adriano. Who do you think is going to win the third fight between the two?
Uh for me I think yeah, I give uh a piece of opinion before. I think DJ will get the win this third fight again.
Still a knockout or a decision?
I think a decision. If someone will get knocked out, I think it's DJ.
Oh,
That's the only for me. That's the only thing that I visualize that Moraes will win this fight if he'll stop or yeah, stop and knock out DJ again.
speaking of the US fight, if well, it's still a few months away. If you can return early, get a couple of wins, do you want to be included in the US card?
Of course, that's one of my dream really to fight in US, and I know that I know and I really believe that most of my fans are really in there in US, and it's it's an honor for me to go there and yeah, entertain them also.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Let's go back to the injury right now. Before, because you said that one of the hardest parts was the mental struggle of the injury. Right now, where are you mentally and emotionally?
Mentally still 1000%. Physically, I know that same thing without this injury 100%. But the thing is, this my knee is not cooperating with me, and yeah, in the computation stage, I can only give 50% chance of if 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 I really took that fight, I think I only got 50% chance of winning that fight. If I finish him in the first round, if I knock him out in the first round, then that's the only way that I will win because of my knee that it's bothering me. Seriously, I cannot when when my knee got hit again, I really cannot do I cannot grapple, I cannot especially the sweep because I know that this fight is going to the ground and definitely I want to scramble and get back on my feet or even yeah, try to sweep, scramble and try to get a good position once we're on the ground. And those are the things that I cannot perform when I I re-injured my knee.
Yeah. Is there a timetable for your return?
Yeah, I got 60 days suspension from my doctor. So yeah, but now I'm trying to I'm on rehab, on a knee rehab. So I think I'll be back very very soon because for me that 60 days is very long. I can I really believe it. Also I felt I can tell that maybe I can recover quicker than that 60 days.
Okay. Of course, last question, Lito. What's your New Year's resolution?
New Year's resolution is to get a strap.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, Lito Adiwang, one of the best fighters from the Philippines right now, the Thunder Kid. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year.
Thank you very much for having